So we've told you that we've been working with the One Tribe Foundation, founded actually, this foundation in 2013. And you know what, actually here to tell you better than I could ever explain it, are the founders of the feast. I believe we have them on the line. Let's go. You know, Santa's more used to traveling around on sleighs and reindeer, but I tell you what, get me in front of a screen and doing all of these technological calls. I think it's the blue light.
Yeah, it's tough.
Apparently it interferes with your circadian rhythm. All right, I see right there, if I'm not mistaken, we have the founders of the One Tribe Foundation. Is that Jacob Schick? And we have Senior Director Don Wynn.
That's correct, Santa.
What's going on, Santa?
Oh, thank you so much for making the time. And two good-looking chaps there, too.
I thought Santa didn't tell a lie.
No, well, listen. It's a little thing. You know what? You have to ask yourself, what's better, a lie that draws a smile or a tear that draws a truth? Truth that draws a tear. I was confused by Wynn's mullet. Wynn, can you turn around and show everyone that this is... What is...
Don't be jealous. You like that, don't you?
Oh, okay, I'm
Look,
not...
it's a baby man bun.
It's a baby man bun. And this is of your own volition, correct?
That's correct. I did not lose a bet.
Well, I can't...
You gotta forgive him, Santa. He was motor T in the Marine Corps.
Okay, I see. There's a little... And Jacob, what were you?
I was a 0331 machine gunner
In the Marines.
Okay, all right. And Wynn, you're going to let him talk to you like that around Christmas?
Yes, he absolutely is.
You know, it's very similar to the camaraderie we have here on the North Pole with the elves. And, boy, we're sure glad that they're not recording everything because, hey, it's in good fun. It's in good fun.
Right.
Last thing we need is people getting canceled for a good North Pole joke. Well, I don't know how much... We've been talking with everyone today, the families who you sent over. And we've been able to help a lot of them. It was very touching. We wouldn't have been able to do it without your help in locating and vetting the right families. Can you tell everyone watching right now what it is that you do and how you created the One Tribe Foundation?
Sure. 10 years ago, we started a push-up campaign, and it was known as the 22 kill push-up challenge. And it didn't go viral until 2016. Because nothing happens overnight, and it didn't go viral until The Rock did it. So we're grateful to The Rock. Good dude. But we wanted to raise awareness to the suicide epidemic that was plaguing our warrior class. And when all the support started pouring in, because we didn't set it up as a fundraiser, we didn't know what to do with those funds. And so we ended up being a pass-through entity for several other nonprofits that we knew and are partnered with to do good work, until we decided if we're really going to change these men and women's lives, we got to get our hands on them and keep them on them. And so that's when we started to develop in-house programming. And then a couple years ago, we did a name transition from 22 Kill to One Tribe Foundation, meaning the human tribe. We all bleed red. We're all connected by default. And so since the 22 Kill push-up days, we've evolved into a full-blown mental and emotional wellness entity that provides support and services to military, veterans, first responders, law enforcement officers, frontline healthcare workers, and their families. And so we're very grateful to do the work we do, and it comes from a very honest place, considering our backgrounds. And we just want people to know that they're worthy of being loved, and that it's okay to not be okay.
Right. And I know that you do a lot. You're very hands-on, and of course, you do a lot of things financially and pragmatically, but sometimes really it's like little boys and girls around at Christmas. It's just important sometimes that they know someone's thinking of them.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's exactly what at the heart of it, what the One Tribe is about, is forming that human tribe, creating that community, and being around like-minded individuals.
Well, that's great. And I know that with you, everything really, a lot goes directly to the families in need. And, we spend a lot of time here at the North Pole. We do a lot of work through charities, but, not all of them are created equal. For example, there's the One Foundation. At one point, less than 1%, ironically, went to those who needed help. And so we really always want to look for the people where they're going to put the resources to the place where they do the most good. And I want everyone out there to know how hands-on you guys really are and passionate, because that's not always the case, and it really touched us all here at the North Pole.
We really appreciate that. I mean, we really do, because this job is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's something that will test your grit and test your will. And we're very grateful to God that we're still here and still doing this work that we believe is definitely needed. And it's a higher calling. It really is, because we know we're never going to bat 1,000. There's some people that we work with and we pour into, and we have to bury them. And we know that. And we love them all the way anyway. And so we appreciate you saying that, because that's important to us.
We appreciate what you do every bit as much as the actual fighting that you've done for this country, which, we know all too well out here, and sometimes it's lip service. We appreciate that you've done that, but also the fight that a lot of people forget about when these people come home. Sometimes wartime heroes have a tough time during peace. Sometimes it's harder for them once they get out of the war, and it becomes a war in themselves, and they get tossed by the wayside. So we really very much appreciate it. Before we have one last thing for you, because we've talked with these families who you sent to us this week, let everyone know out there who's watching from the North Pole and across the whole world, we're international now thanks to technology, where people can go to support you and look into what you do a little more.
Absolutely. Just go to onetribefoundation.org, the number one. OneTribeFoundation.org. Come visit us, see what we do. You can definitely log in and see how you can contribute to this organization and see all the good that we're doing here.
And you can provide merchandise, because we're coming up on Christmas. That helps with our overhead. And your very own Don Wynn created all of it.
Oh, well,
awesome.
that's well. There you go. We do actually. I believe that a lot of merchandise just got sent to a homeless shelter, but I think we've had some returns from Skid Row. And so there'll be plenty. Look, you can't make everyone happy, sometimes even if it's free. So we'll do and that's one thing too I like that what you do, people out there.
Good though, and the homeless people are going to be looking good.
Yeah.
If it's our stuff. So.
That was what we thought, but not everyone agrees. But hey, that's the beauty of America. It's, a difference of opinion. North Pole's really, it's not exactly the same thing. It's kind of a Puerto Rico situation, but I won't bore you with the details. One thing, too, I think some people out there, they see what we've done here today and think, I don't have those kinds of financial resources, but there are ways that people can help with you, just things that they have, or their time, or their skill set, right? I think a lot of people, they don't realize that's just as important and it's needed just as much.
Absolute fact. Absolutely. You do not have to wear a uniform in order to serve your nation. It's a misnomer. You just wake up and be giving. It's a season of giving. Be willing to give your time, just like you said, Santa. Be willing to give your talent and volunteer and come help out. We can't have enough advocates for volunteers. The more, the better.
Over here, we say, the whole foundation, this whole organization started because a couple of Marines gave a damn. And that's all we're asking is for people to give a damn. And obviously, Santa, you give a damn, and we appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you.
We really do, and you know what? I can't take all the credit. The elves also do, too. A lot of people don't know that these elves are, they're all volunteers. That's actually they're here not because they have to, but because they want to. There was a spell back in around the 1800s where a few of them tried to unionize, and, we had to have we had to let, look.
You set them straight. I appreciate it, Santa. You set them straight.
No. The North Pole it's a right to work again. Not exactly state, but it's a Puerto Rico situation. So the other elves decided, no, we think we have a pretty good deal, and things are lost in translation. I was around before the term indentured servitude was even a thing. So we have to switch with the times, but the elves seem to be happy with it. Now, we do have one more thing here today. We've helped the families directly, but we also wanted to do a little bit more and help your organization as you go into the new year. So one final surprise here for the One Tribe Foundation. We have the elf bringing it in. This is for you, Jacob and Don. It's heavy. Is another check directly for you to do the good that you continue to do for $10,000, and that's an American currency, not North Pole.
We are very grateful and humbled. Thank you so much, Santa, because every penny is going to be used to continue the fight for the greater good. And we truly appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, Santa. And boys and girls, Santa does exist, and he's awesome. All right.
Thank you so much. And we'll be sending, by the way, some more there behind the scenes and some more resources. So we'll be in touch. I'll have some elves reach out to you and help you with things that you need. We really appreciate all the good that you do, all the good that you've done, and we're very grateful to be a part of it. Thank you, genuinely.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas. Go have a good time with your man bun. I don't fully understand it, but that's a... Oh! Look at this! Oh, he's losing his antlers. Oh, that's Joe Louis there at the North Pole. I don't know if you know this, but that's actually years of evolution camouflage.
Really?
Yes, stark white.
Just fits right in.
But the fact that he actually has no cold tolerance is one of nature's cruelest tricks.
It is, because it's really hard to find him, Santa, when he gets out.
Nature is a cruel mistress, and so's his tail. Do you hear that?
I do.
Whacking against the North Pole.
Well, and being an elf,
Here's-
it's at the wrong height.
It's at the wrong
It can
height.
hit you, yes.
It's a tail, it's a whip, and boy, sometimes he'll clear a table. And Santa, you know, it's actually a good thing that I have this belly that hangs a little bit low, which sort of acts like some protection. Joe Louis, we can let's let him go back out to the toy shop. He doesn't want the reindeer. He doesn't want those antlers.